So we're a little behind. So we got all right. We're starting up now.
Let's get it.
We was a little behind, but now we're good.
We can push through, man.
Yeah. We had a little technical difficulties, but
It's been weird, man. I
yeah,
don't know what's going on with the internet, man, but it's been crazy all day.
yeah. Even at work, man. Like the work internet's been all messed up. It's like, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. Everything seems like it's just moving really slow right now. So
really glitchy. I don't know if it got anything to do with the weather too, because I know there was supposed to be
man,
some type of tornadoes or thunderstorms coming through.
yeah, that's coming through up here too. It said sometime through the night it's gonna start like rain, snow, all that stuff all over again. So
Man, and it
I
felt
hope.
so good this weekend. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
it's in the 60s. It was nice. And
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to even go back to that. I don't want to go back to cold snow and all that stuff. Dude, it was snowing a little bit today, man. I've had enough.
It got sad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's just so like the
yeah,
weekend's
it
nice. Now
was,
by Tuesday it's snowing, dude. I don't know, but up here in
yeah,
Pittsburgh, man, like you go from winter, spring, summer, fall all in the same day sometimes. So
yeah,
it's crazy. Like it for real. You start the day at like 26 degrees, be at 70 by noon, and then it's snowing by nighttime again. Like it's crazy up
man,
here sometimes.
that's crazy.
So yeah, it's wild.
It be it kind of do the same here, man. Cool in the morning time, hot, like take your shirt off, weather, and then right back to put your coat back on.
Cold as hell, yeah. Let's hope we don't got no echoing and stuff this time, man. I don't know
Yeah,
what
seems
was
like
up with
we
that
straight.
last time.
I don't either, man. Seems like we straight tonight, though.
I hope so. And I'm gonna throw this on, man. This is something I was messing with past couple days. I don't want to say that shit. Let's see. Yeah, this shit was sounding crazy here. I was working on this.
Yeah, I was about to mess with some man this weekend, and it felt too nice, man. Me and my son went
Yeah,
outside. We had a ball.
same. Yeah, we was just busy outside doing stuff, and just a hectic weekend, man. This weekend's gonna be crazy too. It's my son's birthday Saturday, so that's gonna be a busy day.
Ooh, when
Got a
did when
bunch of
when did he
stuff.
go on spring break?
I have no idea. Probably around Easter time, like they always do. I would assume, but
All right, well,
so
mine going next week. Next week they'll be out.
already, oh man.
Mhm. Eating up everything. Now, I mean, this year been flying by, man. I don't know about you, but it's been
Yeah,
flying by to me.
past couple years have been like that. Just flying, man. Like went from 2020 to like 22. Now it's 2 years later, man. It doesn't even feel like it. It's
Crazy,
crazy.
ain't it?
Just
And
flew.
then now, I think it was exactly 2 years. Now we back, this transitioning back into the office. We pretty much there in the midweek, Tuesday to Thursday. So I
Yeah.
already know the weeks will start. They're probably gonna start flying by.
Man, when you work and it just goes so fast, it's crazy. It is crazy. Let me toss this on.
Okay.
It's something I was messing with this a little bit here and there. I think I really started more on this like on yesterday.
Hmm. I like it.
Yeah, that's for another time though, man. Yeah, that shit was I don't know. Started messing with it. See what we can get. See what we can make tonight. I don't know.
Man.
go here?
Let's see what you got in mind.
I don't know. 150, 52, 55.
Let's do it.
Let's get something faster.
Let's do it.
All right, are we back? This is nice, man. I was scared. I was scared my laptop wasn't even going to work tonight.
Oh man,
I was
that
sweating.
is scary when you get those long updates.
Yeah, I was like, I was sweating, man. I was like, man, it's got to be done. And it was like right around 10:30, and I was like, oh, shit. Like it's cutting it down to the minute. And then
Man,
it was
I
slow
was
starting
sitting,
back up. So I was like, man, hopefully we're good. Seems like we are. We're getting right along, I think.
man, I was sitting up there watching the end of the Grizzlies blowout.
Oh
And
man,
fell asleep for a minute.
who was they playing?
New Orleans, the
Oh yeah.
Pelicans. You know they got McCullum now.
Oh no shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sound funky.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like,
Kind of like that melody. Doom doom doom
yeah,
doom
that's what I'm thinking. Like
doom
something like yeah.
doom 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 doom. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Let's see.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, drop it. Drop it. That's it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Dang, I should have started drawing. Yeah, keep it up where it's at here. Oops. It's just too fast.
Too fast. Slow that down. Slow it down.
Now let's go back.
Got a nice little bounce to it.
Maybe get like.
What's up, Intel? What's good, man? Intel in the building.
What up, man? Actually,
I don't know what instrument, but I hear something in the background kind of going. You know what I'm saying? Just crescendoing or whatever.
like a faster pace.
Yeah.
Can do that.
Almost following the hi-hats a little bit. Intel said a heart. I kind of hear that. That's it.
So keep it all up in here.
What was the name of this ad in?
What's that?
The ad in that you was working in. What was the name of it?
Like the plug-in?
Mm-hmm.
Electra.
Electra.
Yeah, Electra X, they call it.
I'm gonna have to cop that, as they say.
Man, it's one of my favorite things to work in, man. So
I've been liking the sounds been coming out of it, you know.
You can get packs too, man. There's like so many packs you can use.
Mm-hmm.
You want this thing to kind of like dance through there, like the whole time?
No, it don't have to be the whole time. Just just a little accent here and there.
Oh wait, hold
Like
on.
what you
That
doing
sounded.
there.
I like that. I like how that sounded, like right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first one.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Now we're just gonna kind of keep raising this up. Skip.
Okay.
So maybe we'll start like here. You know what? The way this is moving, let's just keep it. Let's just keep it on that two right there. Space that shit out a little bit more. See if we can find a better sound for this one. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can fade this back a little bit more.
Yeah.
Fade this back a little bit too.
Yeah.
I think we got something going here.
Mm-hmm. We cooking.
Off to a slow start, man, but we got this going now.
Hey man, it be like this sometimes.
Hey, just gotta make it through. That's all. That ain't nothing. Just throw some hats in here to get like a rhythm to it.
Man, I swear, you had me about to take my laptop to work today, man.
I get like that sometime, man.
I didn't come here to work today.
Yeah, right. I'm like that every day though, man. I'm just like, man, I just want this to be the job right here.
Man, because sometimes you get inspiration, man, just off of random stuff, man, and you just feel like making a beat out of it.
Yep. That harp sounds good, man. Actually, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
I like that shit. Good ass suggestion, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I had a
Shout
harp
out
in
to
here, dude.
Chris.
All this shit. Yeah, right. Look, I
Man,
was looking for that day. I was like, man, I got a harp in here. I know I do somewhere.
and that's why I asked about the plug in the ad in, man. I was like, shit, I don't think I
That's one of
have a
the
harp.
that's one of the stock ones in here too. Like that's not even out of a pack I downloaded. Like that's part of like the Electra, like the what actually comes like in it when you get it and buy it.
Okay.
Like this is like it says semi-real, but this is like real sounding instruments here, like strings and like guitars and stuff like that. Look, flutes. There's a couple flutes in here that sound really good.
Cause you know some of the stock instruments, man, that these
They sound
dogs
corny, man. They
have,
sound
yeah,
too digital.
it
They don't
sounds
sound right. But these sound
too
good on here,
gamey.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hadn't reached that point where I can just manipulate the sound till it, to get the sounding like something.
Yeah.
It's coming though.
Speed this up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
Doesn't sound that loud though.
Mm.
It might be. Oh, I turned that shit down. That's fine.
Double that one up. Yeah. See what that sound like.
clog it up no more than that, man. I just wanted to.
Man,
Sounds good.
yeah. That's a rider.
A little bit more low end in this.
Yeah, shout out to Intel on the harp, man.
I know, right? This shit sounds good.
It do.
Let's see what we got in here.
The bottom in there.
That's
it. Man. You got this shit hard. Yeah. Yeah, this rad.
Damn, man. I think that's it.
That's it. Anything else would be uncivilized.
Yeah, I agree. I think this shit is. It's that bass line, dude. That shit is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I can see Intel attacking this.
Oh my god, dude. It's right up his alley, man. I can hear it.
The Midwest flow.
Yeah, man. That's straight chopper shit.
Yes, sir. Do.
All right, let's get some. Let's keep working with this, man. We're gonna do something different this time. We'll start mixing this shit a little bit and.
It's a part that I got to get a little more familiar with. Just mixing,
Mixing?
EQing and everything. Yeah.
It ain't bad. It ain't too bad. I'll show you. You just throw that shit in mono, dude. Start mixing. We're side chain. I know you probably hear this like 10 million times about like side chain and like 808s and shit, dude. Like it's so easy. Ableton, like you hit a button, and you're fucking done. You just want that kick to punch through a little bit. You just drag this down a little bit. And we're gonna fix all this shit up. So we're gonna take one of these. We're gonna get this thing sounding right. You just want to take these. You just want to keep these bass. You don't want to try and keep the bass in mono.
Yeah.
Again, it's so easy in here, man. You drag, drop, throw it on.
That's like Studio One is similar. I just try to navigate through it and see my way out, so to speak.
Yeah, it's all trial and error, man. Like eventually, like the way I just fly through shit, man. It means I've done this like 10 million times already over. Believe me.
Yeah,
it's just.
I figure,
it's doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm just gonna cut some of this low end out of this piano here. This low end shit out. A little bit of this right here. Lows on this either.
So, in theory, when you cut the lows out, what exactly are you doing?
What do you mean? You're just taking those frequencies out.
Yeah.
As you drag this up, this is like your cutoff. Wherever I have this little like the curve right here, that's where the cutoff is. So like if you don't want none of this low end stuff, like this is all in hertz down here. So like the higher up you get is like more high end. Like I'll show you on the bass, like I cut off on the 808 and like the kick and stuff too from that really, really, really low end that you can't even hear. You'll hear the difference like whenever I get into that. But like this stuff here is just like small little stuff I'm changing. Yeah, just little tweaks. With the kick, like I'll show you this. Like kick, you'll hear more of a difference. gotta cut this hard and like.
Yeah.
Same with the 808. You're cutting all this bullshit out. You really can't hear because the low end is gonna be like the 808 is more down in this range here. You still want to keep some of the kick in it. Then the high end, I take out of these kicks.
Hear a big difference.
Yeah, you'll hear it in the 808 too. Them lows either on this. Sounds way better now, man.
Yeah.
It's a little bit loud. All right. Then as far as like arranging, how you want to arrange this shit?
Ooh.
It's kind of. Let's get like a little bit of a
little preview.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Maybe leave these two together here. Let's see. Then this is the harp here. Even have that coming. And that's where we'll start
bringing the bass.
Yeah, we'll start kicking everything in. Just bass?
Yeah.
I won't even put the kick in. We'll save the kick.
Yeah. Wait for that.
Actually.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
that long intro.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep it. We'll keep it at the beginning, but like we're gonna restart it in the middle here as like the second half, and we'll just take.
Yeah.
We're just gonna kind of like cut just to that first part here with the bass.
Gotcha.
Could even take. One of the verses, we could take us out of here. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Look at it too.
Mm-hmm.
First half or second half? What are you thinking?
First half, because I feel like sometimes when just as an MC, like when you come in and it's building up or whatnot, and then towards the end of it, you get into the meat of your verse. Yeah.
Let's see how this sounds here. I'm gonna fade out this end here. Keep that bass here too. It's Candy Lady. JoJo. Man, this shit is good, man.
It's hard.
This is done too, man. This is mapped out everything.
Man, I see.
We're gonna start doing a little bit more of this, man.
Mapping it out. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle with my formatting.
Take out the high. What are we taking out?
I went full screen. I can't even see the comment.
That's what I said. I had to have that shit on my phone so I can even see what the hell he was talking to. I'll be looking down at my phone like.
Take the high out. Yeah, that's dope though.
I'm trying to see what he's talking about here, man.
Do tell. No, but that's dope, man. You got what? Let's see. You got 8 bars in the very beginning.
Yeah, this is 8. This is 8.
Man,
Then 16, 16, the little break. And then the same thing over again. And then like
Yes.
8 on the fade out at the end here.
I kind of like to make my hooks 8. It depends on how fast or slow the song is.
Yeah.
It's yeah, that man. Knocked that out real quick.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, man. We got, like I said, we got front to back. It's ready to roll. Like 45 minutes. That ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's about usual. Give or take. If it takes more than an hour, man, or something ain't right.
Man,
I hit a wall
that's why.
somewhere.
That's I kind of gauge myself sometimes, like, because I know I'm an overthinker sometimes, and I might put too many instruments in there, or I might not put enough, and I'm
There's
just
that thin line, man.
Mm-hmm. It's a learning process. I'm learning.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just takes time. This is years.
I'm picking up a lot though. I tell you, man, every show
That's the whole point of
nosy,
this,
you
man.
know what I'm
That's the
saying?
whole point. That's the whole point. You got any questions like what I did with any of this stuff that we was doing right here, or what? Somebody popped in here. I heard the noise.
Intel.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say I
What's up,
heard the
Intel?
little ding, man.
What's going on, guys?
Man, what's happening?
Not a whole lot. Yeah, my bad. There's a big delay between the chat and the live, I think. So when you guys are seeing that, yeah, when you guys are seeing that, that's something I was commenting on a few minutes prior, I think.
Oh shit.
Okay. Oh, when he was taking out the lows.
Yeah, you like you had mentioned something about like, hey, what do we want to do here? Like DIP, you were talking about like as a vocalist coming in, hitting this. So that's where I was commenting for that last one.
Okay.
So yeah.
Back
so
when
and
he was formatting then, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's I agree with what you were saying there, DIP. Like as the vocalist, a lot of the times like you want that cutout, you want just sort of that underwriting sound because that'll give you a chance to express your voice. It'll pop.
Yeah.
It'll make your lyrics pop. Whether that's cutting out the highs or the lows. It's nice to have that little break in the music.
Right.
So we could even go back. I could do that like every other 8. Like I could do 8 and then skip an 8 and then put it back in and just have it like coming in and out instead of having it like steady back to back like that.
So I know, like I'm a sucker for when it comes to like the final production. I'll cut the beat out completely, go acapella for like a quarter of a bar or half a bar or something. Just completely cut the beat out, let my voice carry it, and then bam, hit that drop back in.
Right back in. Yeah, it's kind of a I guess a natural special effect almost. You know what I'm saying? Just to hit them vocals for a minute and then bam, the beat come right back in. And I think as a listener too, it keeps you engaged. You know what I'm saying? You don't get bored with the verse or the beat.
Yeah,
so that's where instead of like dropping 2 bars out, you want it like less than that.
I mean, it just depends. Usually, I would say that's something that would be done like post production, not necessarily with the instrumental itself. like you might want to cut out certain parts of the instrumental just to sort of get that little switch up going.
just to break it up a little bit.
Yeah. But when it comes to like completely cutting out the beat, that's probably more for like the engineering. Like once you have your lyrics in place, you know where that drop should be. That's where you'd go back in after and just completely cut it out. But it is nice to have just those little music breaks as well, you know, because that gives you something to write towards.
Right.
So it's I was gonna say, like, producers and lyricists or vocalists or whatever, you know, we work hand in hand, and so that's something where, like, myself as a writer, like, I'm trying to find that beat that I can use my voice towards. And I think from the producing aspect, it should work in the same way, but just in the opposite sense. Like, what can I create that people are going to flock to? You know,
right?
Like if I can make a beat that somebody will have no issue coming on to, and just hitting a hook as well as a full verse back into another hook, verse 2. That's the thing. We write to beats, and I think with the market that you're in, the beat should also write to the vocalist.
To the lyric, It's I think it's a 50-50 ordeal. Like, I do feel like lyricists are their own instrument. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that hidden element that's packed onto that beat. And when they merge together and it works correctly or right, I agree. Like, sometimes chopping that beat out, or, you know, just different instruments dropping in and out, just certain accents or whatever. But I feel like that would have to be like the MC and the producer working on it simultaneously, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's something I would love to see happen on this show, you know.
That's what I'm trying to work towards, man.
That'd be dope too. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I know JoJo and I discussed that a little bit. So.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Like, especially if, you know, somebody already got their lyrics, or vice versa. Like, you just right on the spot, you know.
Yeah. That's the goal eventually, man.
Yeah,
that's
goals.
That's
goals.
It's completely doable. I mean, just with the talent that we got in this room right now, you know, like DIP. I know you got verses for days. I got verses for days. JoJo, you got that talent when it comes to that producing. So that's something you can come up with something on the spot, you know. Even if it could go as
JoJo
far as
on
like
the mic one day.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for it.
That's the old me.
Shit, I gotta.
We get you, Joe.
That's the old.
Hey, look.
Head over
swag it out.
That's been years, man.
Head over to JoJo's page on Rap Chat. There's one track on there which thankfully is mine when it comes to the vocals, but JoJo's on that track. You might not be rapping, but your voice is on it.
Yeah.
So
that's the same.
Hey, fucking put your voice out there.
Diddy. Look at P. Diddy. P. Diddy did it for years. He got royalties coming from so many songs. You know what I'm saying? DJ Khaled.
Look at what you did with that Oh Yeah track. You know, you produced that shit. You didn't spit a verse, but you introduced it, as well as made that production, and bam, your voice is on that, you know, and that carries. That carries indefinitely.
Oh yeah.
It does. That's weight, man.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I just got to the point I just started having fun with it, man, and get back to I guess before everything got complicated, before life got complicated and everything, and when, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all did the same thing when we was in high school or kids or whatnot, and we was just shooting the shit, you know what I'm saying? Just having fun with the music, man.
Yeah.
So I'm back at that. I'm back in that state of mind. You know.
Yeah. I don't want to complicate it, and you know, it's I just want to make music, man.
Life is already complicated.
End of the day, that's end of the day. this is like my getaway, like my release. Like I'm not trying to
Right.
make it all into something any more than that, dude. I need it to be less stressful for me instead of something I take on that's more stress, and I got deadlines and all this other stuff. Like I just, dude, I
Right.
just want to come and kick it and do
Yeah.
this.
And you know,
Hey,
sometimes go ahead.
I was gonna take it back a topic, so if you wanna keep talking on here, go ahead.
I was gonna say sometimes it might not be the greatest MC or the greatest singer, but you can feel their emotions. And to
Yeah,
me, I would rather listen to somebody that's passionate than, you know, the greatest person in that field and they're just doing something, just putting something together. Not I feel like Lil Wayne got to that point at a certain, you know what I'm saying, height of his career. Like he just was just throwing things out there and it was like you could tell he was just doing something
just yeah.
versus their hunger, you know.
Yeah.
You can hear the
Yep.
difference in the voice, man. Believe that shit or not. You can hear the difference in their voice.
So
It's
I was
weird.
just telling somebody
You
on
definitely
Rap
can.
Chat that the other day. Like there's someone that was I've been messaging with. He's like sort of entry level, but was like, man, like what you're doing, stop. Like I was doing that same
Right.
shit when I first came onto the app.
Yeah.
I'm telling you from experience here, like don't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe take this route. And this one song you did, this one song where you were hitting real topics, like I could hear that emotion in your voice. That's a fucking track. This
That's
other
it.
shit you're putting out, yeah, I was like, this other shit you're putting out, like don't.
You
You
could tell
Because
just
when
at the end
people
of
are
the day, like,
reading. You could tell when people are just reading stuff off paper or off the phone too, man. You could tell. You could hear it.
yeah,
right,
It's the
right.
weirdest thing.
You
yeah.
can.
So
You can. It's almost like a robot almost.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, to a
saying?
point. Yep.
And I, you
to take
know,
it
I'm
back, I was gonna say take it back a topic here. We were talking about getting like that live mix thing going.
Yeah.
That could be
yeah.
something where like someone as a lyricist could come in, and something like BandLab could be a good tool for here. Like we could come in, take some junk instrumental or something you don't plan on using. Maybe write to it or even just a straight metronome. I know I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah.
But like
Mhm.
come in, record some vocals, and then just cut that beat out. And then we could import the vocals onto a blank track and build an instrumental around that track in
Those
particular.
vocals.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be
Yep. So
dope.
that's just tossing that out as an idea.
I'm
I've
all
done
for that
that.
too, man.
Like when I was producing or toying with it. That's something that I would do. Like come up with a track and then hop over to Fruity Loops and be like, how can I
Yep.
build an instrumental around this song?
I'll tell you what I was doing. This was a couple months ago. I was going in and I was finding websites where people were just like laying down acapellas, and I was
Yeah.
importing those acapellas into my DAW here, and I was like kind of building shit around the vocals, and that shit it's a totally different game.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
Or I
that's
had a beat and I was just trying to match like my BPM of a beat to like the BPM of their like acapella and see what I could like which beat of mine I could have to that and it would sound really good. Like I have so many beats, dude. I can just like drop in something like at the same BPM somebody's rapping and just kind of like see if they match up and see if it sounds good. Even make like a couple little changes or something. But it's
Right.
that's basically the equivalent of what we're doing as writers, like as the lyricist, because we're
yeah.
coming in. The majority of the time, there is that instrumental, and so we're trying to match up our shit to the beat. And so I
Right.
guess
Right.
it's like a flipped script on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's groundbreaking, man. And I think a lot of MCs would love to be a part of something like that because it's tailor made, so to
Your
speak.
hands, yeah, you're hands on with making everything.
Right.
Because a lot of people they just go, they get the beat, somebody sends an email, all that shit in there, and they're just like picking through. But like, it's a whole different thing when you just like write with someone at the same time,
Right.
working in the same spot. So
Man, that'd be dope. Like
Yeah, and
I
that's
know
I mean that
Go ahead.
I was gonna, I was just gonna say that's a true collaboration. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like when you have that artist and that producer working hand in hand to create that final project.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody's doing that. Like you always see documentaries where
Nah.
somebody come in and have a session with Dre or something like that. But there's always usually a beat already made. I
Yeah.
don't think
Everything's ready
I've
to
ever
roll.
seen it. Yeah, I don't think I ever seen it live where you got the artist and the producer sitting there working simultaneously like that.
Yeah, that's
That's
rare.
dope.
Yeah, I
Usually
mean,
they'll
right
have
now
the artists
the
come in, they'll have a stack of beats, they'll just play beats until they hear something that
Right.
they like.
And
yeah,
it's like you might like the beat, but it may be something in that beat that you might not like. But this way it's like,
You this way I
hey,
can take that
everything
shit
is
out.
centered
Like,
around. Yeah.
yeah, you can take that shit out, you put something in, any kind of suggestions, you just throw it and it's done deal, man.
Right.
You just kind
And
of
it
that's
works,
a
it works,
build it
it
all
works both
together.
ends.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
so that's what's gonna. I was gonna say that's what's gonna separate the masters from the amateurs, or I mean, I hate to use the term amateur, but that's what's
that's
gonna
true.
set people apart from the rest of the crowd, because
Yeah.
this is a saturated market right now,
It
Yes.
is.
You
especially
gotta find a
Everybody's
since
different
doing it.
COVID.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's
So
doing it.
like what's going to set you apart from the rest of the crowd? You know, like are you going to be that new Dre? You know, coming in working with those artists and vice versa. You know, and that's where something like this with a live mix up could be extremely beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even people watching can come in and chime in, say what they would like to hear. It's good to have a lot
Right.
of ears on stuff, man.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's really how that song that I got on Spotify and everything just cruising. That's how we did that. Like I went to the my guy's house and he was like he had already I had the song on a different beat and he heard it and he was like he shot me out, was like, hey man, I want to produce a track for you. So I went over there and I already had my lyrics and everything and he just kind of built the beat around me. And then, I threw in, hey, let's switch it up for the second verse. We did that and I added a couple of little things to it and it came out spectacular to me.
Yeah. It's the
But
way to
yeah,
do it, man.
that was a good ass experience. And it didn't take long. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 hours, maybe tops.
Yeah. And even
So,
at this end, like honestly, I could throw beats together in less than an hour.
mhm.
So I mean, let's heard something else.
That's me. I'm switching over.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Thought it was Nugget
But
coming in.
That's what I thought too. I was like, man, that's Nugget finally showing up.
Nugget in here.
there we go. That's a little better.
Yeah, but
Man,
that's dope, man. That's a dope ass idea, man.
it's gonna take time to get it all up and running, dude. But yeah, that's the goal,
It
man.
is.
Just come in, have
That's
an
the
artist,
goal.
have us, and everybody just kind of come together on something. And I had a guy lined up for the night, and he said he had some stuff going on. So he said maybe in the next couple of days or a week or so, he's gonna get some shit straightened out.
Come through.
And
He's
things like this right now, what we're doing, that's the way to do it. You know, you got to start somewhere. So just tossing around those ideas, finding what latches, what doesn't,
yeah,
trial and error.
that's
And I keep thinking about the Dungeon family, man. I just wonder, I feel like that's how their sessions were. Everybody was in the basement or whatnot, and you got a beat playing, and then you got a couple of MCs throwing out bars and this and that, and it's almost like who's gonna be on this track.
yeah.
I think J. Cole did something. I forget what it was called, but
He had that
he
whole
did something
Dreamville
similar.
shit where he had
Yeah, that
everybody
Dreamville.
came in there. Yep.
Yeah,
And
and
he had all these like 20, 25 different producers in there, like all this craziness, man. And
yeah,
that was
and
a huge project that he did.
everybody's
Uh,
fighting to get on, get on the project. I want to get on
Yeah,
this song. So you hopping from room to room, So yeah,
and we got the benefit of being in a digital world now. Like you don't
that's
have to be in
exactly it.
person.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. Look at what we're doing now. 3 different states,
yeah,
right.
same time simultaneously being able to chop it up together.
yep.
That's
So
dope.
that's where we have an advantage over our predecessors, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they
That's
had
Uh,
to
true.
shit. They would have to fly out to LA, or they'd have
Take
to
out,
fly out
yeah,
to
yeah,
wherever, you know.
yeah. So
and I
that's as long as we use it to our advantage.
right,
Uh,
right,
so yeah, it could also go the opposite sense as well if you're using it incorrectly. It's
Yeah,
it could allow people to sort of get lazy or lenient or relaxed. Like, oh, I don't have to worry about it because I'm not flying out to LA. I only have one
right,
day to get this project done. It's like, oh, I could sit on this for a week. So
yeah,
right, right.
when used correctly,
yes,
You're
uh,
right. You're right.
yeah, when used correctly, I think the tools that we have are an advantage. So
But
definitely.
it shows you who's really serious about it and who's just toying with it also. And
That's the other thing too,
the
man.
serious artists are going to they're gonna jump on it, attack it, and when the final product gets pushed out and Joe Blow sitting there looking like, how come I'm only on one song? That's because everybody else was in. They was calling. They was jumping on the live. They was
They
doing
was
this. They
in
was
there all the
doing that.
time.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
and then when you did your verse, you sound like you was reading it. Like, I mean, it is what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, I do agree though. Like, there are advantages and disadvantages to it. But I feel like in person it will be the same thing sometimes too. A go getter gonna do it
Yeah.
regardless.
So that's I guess to play devil's advocate here. I do miss being live in person with my dudes, because it also sort of brings that natural competitiveness.
Yeah.
Like I see you doing your thing, that gets me hyped up.
It
And like
does.
I'm gonna do everything I can to try to one up you, and vice versa. Like build each other up
Yeah.
individually.
Right.
And we do sort of lose that aspect when it comes to the electronic thing.
Yeah, but
Um,
even like that, you could have 2, 3 MCs in here that are going to be on the same track, writing at the same time. They could spit their shit at the same time. You can still have that, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
It ain't
and
going to be like
I
the.
mean,
I'll
It
say
ain't going
just
to be
like
again.
we
like
got
being
the
in
split
person,
screen.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
again, I was playing devil's advocate there.
yeah,
It's I know
That's
like
true.
anytime
it's
someone sends me a track, I'm like, all right, I see what you did there. Like, what can I do to stand out?
yeah,
And
Right.
vice versa. So it's again playing devil's advocate, just for the
I
sake of the
feel you.
conversation. So
yeah.
I feel
There's
you
always
though,
two sides, man. Yep.
yeah,
because I can, I can hear, you send me a track and I be like, okay, I'm gonna do so many ad libs on his
uh huh,
verse, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do my verse and see how you like
yep,
that. But
yep.
yeah, this funny story. Me and Don Solo, that sad song I got. I had laid the hook down, and he came in and he did a little undertone on it. And when I talked to him about it, he was like, "Man," he said, I was just toying around with it. I was like, I liked it, and I kept it. I kept it in the song, and it came out dope. I was like, "Man, big ups to you, man. Appreciate you."
Don's that dude that'll like he'll just toy with something. It's a masterpiece.
And it'd be
So
dope. I mean, some people
Yeah.
just. I mean, he's one of those freestyling kings, man. Like,
yeah.
salute to Don, man.
Yeah, shit, he just ran away with that worldwide madness track. I just
Yeah,
had
man.
like a
Oh
little
man,
verse, no hook, just a verse. Send it off to him. He came right back with like a hook, a full verse, a hook to follow it up, like layers. It's like, man, he just stole the show, and I'm not
he
hating at
dan-
all on
he
that.
he
Like,
danced all on top of that, man. And
man,
The
y'all,
Creole was
all y'all
preaching,
killed it,
man.
man.
yeah,
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 That
all
was.
y'all did it.
Mm,
yeah, and that's thing. Like once I heard what he did, I threw it out like, hey, let's like you cool, like let's invite Creole on this one. Yeah, so like at the end of the day, it's like something I started over top on one of your beats, JoJo. But
yeah.
like I
And
just had sort of this brief idea, sent it off to one dude, and from there it became this whole track.
Sometimes
And
it just happens
Yeah.
like that.
like I feel like I was the feature on that song, you know, because like those dudes just ran away with it, and I love it. I'm completely fine with it. So
It's crazy, man.
yeah,
I don't even know if you was here that one night we was talking. I was like, man, they had to pick like one of the shittiest beats I feel like I've ever made and use it. And I don't know. It was wild. I was like, I didn't think anybody was ever going to use that beat, dude. Like
that's
not
And that's
100 years.
so the way that one started, I was going through like I'll bounce tracks over to Band Lab, you know, like I'll fuck with them for a little bit and then like end up not using them,
Yeah.
or like I've got plenty of like half projects, like things that they'll be cool for a day or two, and then I'm like, fuck that one.
Yeah, I
But
do a
yeah.
lot of that
so
too.
I was scrolling through,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was scrolling through my old projects and I came across that beat and I was like, oh, you know what? Like I like that. I like that beat. Why did I never do shit to that? And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I got this verse. Like, oh, that fits perfectly. Like, fuck, I'm gonna do this. And like I said, just
Yeah.
came up,
Dude.
just dropped that shit on there, and I was like, who would be good on that? Don. Just send it off to him. He accepted, and I mean, from there it's history. So, and
Yeah.
a lot of the times
That's
it's that simple, you know. Just reaching out to people, finding those like-minded people.
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
the chemistry, you know.
That's
yeah,
it.
It has a lot to do with the chemistry. That's like the dad track, man. That we got the dad's life. I really did. I wasn't really feeling. I was like, I like the beat, but you know, it is what it is. But man, when we got together and threw our verses on it, man, I was like, man, this is a Father's Day anthem every year, you know.
yeah. Hey, and I think on the topic this summer coming up, let's redo it. You know, because now we got whole new perspectives. You know, like we've learned for sure from a year
For
ago till
sure,
now. You know, find
Yeah.
different
for
little
sure.
styles, different techniques. Not saying we need to rewrite any of the lyrics because I think the lyrics were on point, but just
Yeah,
different styles when it comes to recording, techniques of putting our vocals out there. Maybe even a new instrumental. You know,
I'm
but
down. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. With it, that's we can definitely tour with that, man. I'm down with
yeah,
that, man. That could probably be one of them point case. It could be one of them nights where we just come in here and lay it down, or you know, have
Yeah.
JoJo build a beat around it, or you know what I'm saying? Like
I
I'm
like that
game with
idea.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
I thought a lot of people like the track. You know, I think if more people would have heard the track, it would have been, you know, even more successful. But yeah, I felt like on my end, I could have did my vocals a little better. But just as a whole, I love that song, man. Like
yeah.
it encompasses, you know, just being a man and you know taking the love that men have for their kids, man. Like
Yeah.
ain't nothing better than that, man.
So no, I love that we not only were we able to express ourselves in that sense, but getting the babies on the track too. I think was just that
That
final
was
like that
it
icing on
was
the cake, you know, like
yeah,
bam,
That made it real, man. That
yeah.
made it
yeah.
real.
And that's the thing, people are gonna latch on to stuff like that, you know,
Yeah.
because it's relatable.
Yeah.
It was like having a 5 course meal and then you know the manager come to your table and say, hey, you know your meal's been comped. You know what I'm saying?
It's on
Y'all
me.
get out of here. You know
And
it's on us. Y'all so
so
you're like
here's
goddamn.
here's some free dessert and a gift
Yeah.
card. Come back next
Yeah.
year, like
Like dang, really? Appreciate you. My new favorite restaurant. But yeah, I thought it was dope, man.
yeah, that was definitely an amazing track, and I love how quickly it came together too.
Man, it
Because
was crazy.
we were just going back and forth. You know, it's like you drop something, like I come back, drop something.
Mhm.
You'd be right behind it with something else. Like that whole project just came together very quickly. I think
Yeah.
that's a big part of that is because it was real. You know, something we were passionate about, like something that we could relate
Right,
to without thinking about it. You know, so like we were just spitting about our lives.
right.
Yeah.
So
It
People
wasn't forced.
people
It
go towards
was
that
you know,
too,
and
man.
it actual events. Right,
They want
right.
that shit they can
Relatable
relate
music.
to.
I don't know.
Yep.
Right. It's like the common man. You know, we all get up, we go to jobs, you know, you deal with traffic, you deal with this and that, and then you come home and you see the reason why you actually get up and force yourself to go to these places. You know, it's all for the smile of those kids, and they always say something. I know for myself, like I might be upset about something, but one of my kids will always say something to put a smile on my face, and you forget about it,
or do something goofy,
what
and you just laugh like,
man. Yeah, right.
I'm trying to find the track. This notebook is so full of shit. I love it, but I can't think of who it is offhand. Last week, on the show that I do on Thursday, featured a track from an artist. I can't think of what her name was, but she was talking about work.
T Coop.
Oh yeah,
Is that who it was? T Coop. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. You know, that ties back into how relatable it is. And so, like, she took that real world aspect that people can relate to, but then also added that sense of humor to it.
You can see like a video of that shit, like where she be filming it at work.
Yeah,
they're like rapping at work, dude.
That's
that dude eating his Cheetos. Come over here and help me pick this fuck.
Yeah, I think like she was talking her shit, but like we've all been in that position, you know.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorites. And like even the mix, you know, it wasn't spectacular. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means. Like I'm not knocking that, but it's one of those things where like it wasn't necessarily studio quality, but just the overall aspect of the song is something I'll listen to over and over again. Anytime I'd play that for people. So
honestly, sometimes I like those gritty tracks, man. It brings the human aspect into it too, as well. It's like it's not crispy and everything, but I'm not perfect either. So shit, I'm bumping out to this track, you know. So
and see,
it kind of stands out a little bit too.
I feel like that's a problem with a lot of people, man. They act like they have the best equipment and they have the best vocals and they have the best everything, and like I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't want to hear it like that. I want to hear shit on the come up, man.
So I just unfollowed a dude on Rap Chat because of comments like that. Because I mean, I follow all kinds of people on there. That's sort of the nature of the show that I do. You know, I need to be able to
I see a lot of that dumb shit. Like, I'm better than all you guys and shit. I was like, man, who the hell is you?
I don't get that, man. Like, even on the Oh Yeah track, it's like I got 1,000 people saying, you know, hey, this is a great track, and everybody flowed and I'm loving it because I'm like, you know, like I said, man, I think it was the week that Intel and Dizzy had just got into the clique. And I was like, you know, everybody else had already laid their verses. And I was like, man, look, let them jump on it, man. You know, I'm not selfish at all. I'm like, this would be a great introduction to the clique, you know. And so I was proud of the track, man. And so when I saw this dude hop in and was like, what do you say? The beat is straight, but my beats are better. So, motherfucker, I mean, I didn't get. I mean, this ain't the Grammys, bitch. I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, if you want to go there, let's go track for track. Let's get a verses.
The dude I'm referring to, he was commenting on that Worldwide Madness track.
Yeah, that was the dude I seen too, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
So it's like he was like I was going through checking out all the comments, responding to people and shit, and then someone was like, "Oh, the best rapper ever has returned," and so I commented back. I was like, "Whatever his name is," I was like, "Who are you referring to?" He commented back like me, and then I got into it with like Dawn. Briefly, but I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" You know what? Like, unfollow.
He was talking shit like, "Oh, I record on my phone or something." I was like, "We all record on our phone. What the fuck are you talking about?"
But that's the thing. I actually had one of his tracks in the lineup to be featured on the show too, but just little comments like that, you know, like he just burnt that bridge. Like
you burn bridges.
You're no longer on my radar, except on my shit list. So
and it's like this to me. It's like, let's take these keyboards aside, you know. Come meet me and tell me in my face, man. I mean, I don't. If you don't like my shit, that's cool. Right. But why try to do it publicly, man? I don't take too kind of that bullshit.
Clout chasing.
Yeah.
Clout chasing. Clout chasing keyboard warriors.
Yep.
It's there you go. Like, man, I wish I could get rid of them motherfuckers, man. Like I would do it. Look, pay me to get rid of your haters. Like that's my new job.
It's a new job.
I eliminate the haters. Like,
Hey, hey, DIP, let's make a track called "Clout Chasing Keyboard Warriors."
There it is.
let's do it, man. There it is.
I mean, that's a topic we could all relate to. So
You should have screenshotted his shit talking and put him on there.
what's
For
a thing when it comes to rap chat?
No,
I say when it comes to
It's
rap
too
chat, I
many
try to avoid the personal beefs.
Yeah.
When and if it
That's
pops
why
off, by all means, I'll handle my own. But I try to keep that neutral aspect, you know. Of course, like we got our affiliations and shit. So, but
Yeah, I try, man, but sometimes it's hard. And I inbox a motherfucker, be like, look, my address is this. If you still feel strongly about it, come talk to me. Other than that,
Hey.
shut the fuck up and stay off my goddamn page.
I won't say any names because that does go back to sort of that clout chasing. But the closest I had was one dude. Like I had been following him since like the beginning of my introduction to rap chat. Like we had chopped it up back and forth. Never actually did a track together, but like that was one of my dudes. I thought, you know, like I was tagging him and shit. He was tagging me and shit. Like trying to develop and grow together. And then didn't talk to him for a little while. And then dude just ended up in my inbox one day right after I won that BWE hook contest and got that affiliation. But dude just showed up in my inbox like, oh, I knew you were a fucking snake. Like all those sneak disses I took, like they were on point. Like just talking shit. And like I called him, I was like, what the fuck you talking about, man? Like I've never done anything but support your shit. Like if you got an issue with me, let me know. I don't know what sneak disses you were talking about because I haven't listened to your shit. So what the fuck's going on, man? Like from that point, like he backtracked on everything and like commented on every single track that I had up until that point. Like, oh, you're the GOAT. You're the best. Like just went from shit talking to fanboy like in an instant because a lot of people they are just the keyboard warrior. You know, they don't expect those people to come at them.
Yeah,
right.
Call them on their dumb shit. So.
I called a motherfucker old candy lady, man. He had some shit to say. It was just stupid, really. I think he was upset that she won the challenge and he had some shit to say. So I called his ass. I'm like, hey motherfucker, you know, fuck all that, you know, the rap shit. That's my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, dog, you gonna respect her, man. I mean, you ain't gotta like me, but you gonna respect her. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly who you're referring to.
Cause she went with a lot of folks.
She went straight for his throat. That was one I was tempted to get involved on. Like I did some research into his hometown and stuff as well after she dropped that track. I was like, I mean, I got in all reality, I got almost a full verse written at his expense. But that's the thing. Like people just went at this dude after that point, and I was like, "Fuck it!" Like it's handled. You know, I'm the reserve.